Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventures with Edna. I'm Chris. Chance has... he's disappeared on me. I don't know where he is. I thought he was coming out here to help. Today we are replacing the speedometer cable that recently broke. We got our new one in today. So once we put that in, that'll be the first time that all the gauges have ever worked in here at the same time. So that's going to be a big step for us. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that we have a plethora of transmission videos. And it's been quite a while since we had to do one. And the last one that we did was where we put the used transmission in here that had been sitting for 40 years. And we've actually been running that for the last 9 months now. And since we're going to go as far as taking the carpet and the transmission plate, floor plate type deal out, we're going to pull the top of the transmission off. We're going to see how that transmission's working. We're going to see if there's any rust or anything like that in the fluid. We're going to drain it out and we're going to put in new fluid. One thing about these transmissions is they use 600 weight gear oil, and you can't really just get that locally. I can get it fairly locally because I order it from early Ford V8 sales, which is only about an hour drive from here. But I had them ship this because I didn't have a chance to go out there because they work the same hours that I work. So let's get started. Now this should be fairly straightforward, especially if you've been in here a time or two, like we have. We just got to pull the shift knob off and the shift boot out, and then the carpet actually comes out pretty simply, which is nice. We'll take these out of here. Unbutton our carpet from the firewall. Phillips head screwdriver to take our floor out. Pull our floor out. There he is.
What?
You. Yeah. Waiting on you to get here. Just like that, our floor was out. Now that we're in here, we're going to check out some things. Might as well take a look at our inspection plate, which looks kind of oily at the moment. I don't think I like that. Pull our inspection plate, see what it looks like in there. Well, clutch doesn't feel oily, so that's good. All right, so now that we're in here, like I said, we're going to do a couple of things. Come here, Chance.
I'm coming to the other side.
Our grease fitting is sticking up on our transmission here, so we might as well grease that since we're in here. Just hold that tight down into that cup.
What's it doing?
Oop, tight, tight.
Where?
You were holding it right good. Just here, straight up and down, right there. And push down into it.
Okay. Am I doing it? Is it going right?
Yeah. All right, I see it coming out of the cups. All right, so now we've lubed that. All right, you're going to take the cover off of the top of the transmission. So you're going to use this.
I know what to do. Is it this thing?
Yeah. So you're going to take out those six bolts. All right, that's one you got to go under the truck for.
I don't know.
We'll get the magnet. You don't have to go under there. When you get it. There you go. All right, we got to get it loose, so we're going to put the pry bar right there and just wiggle it a little bit. No, not in it, like right here. So you're kind of pushing on the cover a little bit. There goes, that's all move. Yeah, there we go. All right, pick the whole thing up.
We're doing another transmission video.
Kind of, but not totally. We're just going to drain it and refill it. All right, take that out and put it... We'll just put it right there for now so it doesn't get dirty. All right, now that we got that off and we got a flashlight so we can see down in there, I don't really see any metal filings, at least not like the old transmission that was originally in here. That thing had gold dust all over the top of the fluid. Can you see okay?
Yeah.
And we definitely have a leak. We're not having any spots show up like on the driveway or anywhere that we park, so it's definitely a slow leak. I'm assuming it's up front since we have, some, oil around there, but it's not touching the clutch, so we're okay there. But we'll probably have to address that seal in the future. In the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to drain what's left of this fluid out and then fill it back up. But I think real quick, we're going to take the magnet, put it down in there, and see if we pull out any metal filings or anything that doesn't seem kosher. It looks pretty clean. I mean, well, maybe not clean, but...
But oil, it looks clean.
Well, it definitely looks dirty, but I don't remember how clear it was when it went in originally. But this is probably something we should have done a while back, because this transmission was kind of rusty on the inside. If you remember from that video, what we did was we just put this transmission in. So we didn't do anything to it except seal it up here on the top. We did no rebuilding on this whatsoever. We figured it was good, and we decided to try and run with it. So we're still going to run with it. All right, so I got a drain pan underneath. So all we got to do is, let's see, everything's reversed from up top. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah. Or not really. Put your hands behind it. Do we have any subscribers that are like people that watch our videos that own like an Edna?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, we have a guy that's sending us the new wiper blade setup named Wayne. He said he watches our channel, and there's a bunch of them that I've talked to before.
How do you know they have an Edna?
Because some of them are in the F1 page on Facebook.
It's so bright I can't see it on camera.
You want to get down lower where I am? I'm having to do all this by feel because I can't actually see what I'm doing.
Wow.
Let's see if it's easy enough to turn by hand. There we go. Look at that stuff pouring out like syrup.
Can't see it. This is the best angle I can get of it. If that stuff drops in the oil, would that be bad?
Hmm?
Would that be bad if your phone drops in the oil?
Yeah, probably. Because then it'd be hard to clean.
Would it screw the phone up?
Hmm?
Did it screw up the phone?
Depends on if it gets inside or not. Here, I'm going to take this, since we don't really need it anymore, hopefully. Alright, still draining pretty slow. Might as well get out whatever we can. So in the meantime, we'll go ahead and pull out the speedometer cable while we're letting that drain. All right, pull that off. I don't know why this cable broke. We bought it back when we first got the truck. Maybe it's just been attached to too many different transmissions. Oh yeah, look at that. See how it's all squiggly in there?
Yeah.
Can you see it on camera?
No.
See, the wire's all screwed up in there. It all twisted up. And if you look down in here, there's a piece of it sitting right there. So we'll have to get that out. Yeah, see how it broke off? That's why we had no speedometer.
Is this the speedometer?
Yeah. So we got the nice new cord to go in here. I guess that's not too big a deal then. We'll pull that out. Oh, wait a minute. We gotta loosen this screw right here. Well, that was good enough to get it out. So we're good there. Alright, now we gotta push all this down and down all those wires that are nicely tucked up in there. Alright, we'll take that out of there. Alright, so that's what happened to our cable. And so
Bye-bye.
we'll get our nice new cable.
It's the brand new
Speedo cable.
Speedo cable. Speedo cable.
Alright, see? We got a nice fresh end on there. Now, we gotta figure out how to get back up into that hole from down here. Because the big one doesn't fit through the hole, but the small one does. So, we gotta take this and put it in the back of the speedometer. Now, we'll take and tuck that up under that thing. Alright, so we got our little retainer screw right here finished. We're going to take our cable, get it back down into here, back down into here. I guess it would help if I pointed the camera in the right direction. This thing just seems like it sticks up way too high for the floor being right there. We're going to get this cleaned up too. Hopefully not drop anything into the transmission. Something else we want to do while we're in here is check the brake fluid. We haven't looked at that in a while, so we might as well make sure that's okay also. Something I want to get, I haven't really looked into because you don't spend a lot of time thinking about your master cylinder, is getting a 3/4 square socket so I can do this without having to take the floor off. Alright, I got it. Weird looking. It's not low, but it does kind of look like it could be topped off a little bit. So we'll go ahead and do that too. Apparently we don't have any brake fluids. We're going to have to make a run and get some real quick. And we're going to make sure this is good. I don't have any Teflon tape at the moment, so we're just going to put some Teflon thread sealant on here. Try and help keep this from leaking. Which it didn't seem to be before, so that's good. We'll just paint some happy little threads on here. And we'll stick this back underneath. And hold that. We'll put our master cylinder plug, we'll just set it on top because we're going to have to run to the store and get that brake fluid. Doesn't just keep any dirt from getting in there when we're gone. Tighten this back up so that we know that we did it.
We're out of brake fluid and we're out of brake cleaner, so we have to run to O'Reilly's. Be right back.
Later.
Alright, we're back. And we got our brake fluid. So we're going to top that off. We're going to try to spill as much of this as we can, because that's just how it goes. And well, I was doing good up until the end when I spilled it. Put our little cap back on. Tighten that back up. This is 3/4, if I didn't mention that earlier. That's good. Now we can put our fluid back in the transmission. Start buttoning everything back up. Again, we got our 600 weight oil here. Oh, cool. No, it doesn't have one of those little things in it. I think it takes like 1.5 quarts. It doesn't take like a full 2. We'll just bathe those gears. While that's filling and draining as much of that out of there as we can, I'm going to go clean off the shifter tower.
A few moments later.
Tighten the inspection plate back up. 1 quart wasn't enough, so we'll open up the other one and add some more. We shouldn't need the whole one out of this one. You only have to fill it up to the plug. Which will go a little higher because the truck is on an angle leaning towards the plug. That should be pretty good right there. Alright, let's figure out what we got for silicone in the house. So normally I would prefer to use a gray RTV or black for this situation. But all we have is blue, so I should have checked that before we went to the store. And this one is dry and old, so we're having to cut it open at the back. And we're going to put it on that way. Looks like Ford blue. It's got advantages. And then we're just going to toss what's left. We'll just have to remember next time we do some kind of project that we need to get more. All this is all hard here, so this is definitely an old tube. It looks so pretty. All right, get our shift tower back on. Make sure we line up the forks. And right there. Now, if you guys are wondering what happened to Chance and why he's not out here, he pinched his finger pretty good. And so he's kind of in that done with this project mood. He's going to be back for the test drive. He's coming back in this video, so don't worry. He's not out for the count. So we're just going to continue putting this back together without him. And we'll get ready to test drive and make sure we have a working speedometer. He will be back. Alright, make sure she shifts smoothly. Yeah, we're good. That's all the gears. We get some of this stuff out of here, and we'll take it for a drive before we put the floor and the carpet back in. Stay tuned.
Let's take the test drive now.
See if we got some speedometerage when we start going forward.
Is it going to be the one that does like the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50?
Should be this one, as long as everything's working like it should.
Doesn't look like it's working.
Well, we're going like 0 miles an hour. I'm just rolling down the driveway right now. Alright, pointer there. Sounds a lot different with no floor in here. Alright, we got positive speedometerage.
It's not as fast as it should be.
I'm not going that fast because we got no floor in here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why this fuel gauge is acting crazy. Alright, all gauges working.
All of them?
Yep, see we got gas, we got oil pressure, the temperature gauges, that never warm up,
Yeah.
and the speedometer.
That's good.
You see the drive shaft turning?
Yeah. got the carpet back in there, and so we're ready for another adventure.
Well, that's going to do it for another Adventures with Edna. We finally have all the gauges working, which is great. We managed to do a little extra maintenance in there by putting some grease in that U-joint. It was right there. Why skip it? We topped off the brake fluid. And off camera, I got the heater control valve to work a little better, which was good. We got the carpet back in. Got new fluid in the transmission. We're pretty well ready to go.
So that's going to be it for this week's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.